This is Deer Lake Park in Burnaby. Super easy to get to from New West, from Metrotown, or from Brentwood. It's easy. Just gotta look it up. Anyway, today's task is to walk around the whole thing. I'm gonna do it in two pieces. The first half will be to approximately just the other side of the lake. I'm gonna do it in horizontal, and then I'm going to switch to vertical when we get into the trees on the other side. There's not actually as many places to go and get down to the lakeside as you might expect. This one's occupied by some tokers. I think I'll stay away. Sorry, it's not level. I guess I broke the gimbal. I contacted the company in China and everything else, and I think I have to get a new one. I guess it was my fault. I don't know exactly how I did it, but one of the brackets is not holding, so. It's amazing that you could have this really in the middle of a city, don't you think? Kind enough to show us a map. So we started here, and already we're here. Wow, that was nothing. That was like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes maybe. Pretty sure that this is the nicer side of the lake. But we'll see, because I'm going to go around the whole thing, so. One of the things I really want to get is that gold color that comes off of the cottonwoods in the fall. I know that cottonwoods are pretty unpopular in Canada. Most people that I've talked to don't like them. Because apparently what happens is that in the winter they fill up with water. They're like big sponges, right? They fill up with water and then fall down on all kinds of things. Port Moody, it fell down on a school. And then in the summer, because they're like big sponges and they're not getting any water, they dry out and fall down. So, you know, if that's the hassle you're dealing with, I guess I can understand how you might not like cottonwood trees, but God, I just find them so beautiful, especially in the spring when they're releasing the pollen and it kind of looks like it's snowing. You don't hear people talk much about the beauty of cottonwoods. I find that a little unusual. In the spring and in the fall when they start turning golden. Sorry about the wind. I took the tape off of the... Try this again. The sun's in a little different place, yeah, so you can see Metrotown up there without too much glare. Chinese people coming up behind me here. That side of the lake is just studded with mansions. It's almost like a birch tree, aren't they? Which I wouldn't have associated necessarily with the kind of boggy conditions like you have here. Sorry about that. They're catching up. It's just too lovely though, eh? Oh. Okay, once again I'm gonna try to catch, I do believe this would be Metrotown. Just see it on the left side of the screen there. Hopefully it's not glared out too much. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. I could come here when I feel like practicing my Chinese, actually. The thing about Chinese people is that they're absolutely friendly. If you talk to them, they'll talk to you. Without getting in the least bit weirded out about it. We appreciate that here at the Vancouver No Expectations channel. Friendly people. Interesting lighting over there. I wonder if I can catch that at all. It's nice. Forest has a more northern feel as soon as you move away from the pond. Oops, I just called Deer Lake a pond. It's either a big pond or a small lake. I won't quibble. Sure is a nice place. Looking at. I could have said, 你们在看什么? And they would have told me what they're looking at. 你们在看什么? 你们 is you in the plural. 在 is like a progressive marker. Well, can also mean in, at, or on. Take another shot of the map here. So we started here, or I guess that's what they call the beach. We've come all the way around to, we've got to be here. And this is the place that yesterday I thought was so stunning because of the way that the cottonwoods looked. I suspect that probably they were a little bit more stunning yesterday because the sun was a little bit lower. This is very nice still. Get into the traffic sound, so I'm going to go back. The strange thing about this park is it's surrounded probably on all four sides by really major highways and stuff. Major roads anyway. I know for sure that it's bounded on one side by Canada Way and Sperling. Okay, that's the stop I got off at. Canada Way and Sperling. Just went to New West Station and took I think it's the 123, but don't hold me on that, Brentwood. And I'm pretty sure you'd want to do it a little bit earlier in the day, because yesterday I think it was there around like 4 o'clock or something, and the traffic jam was building up. It was really slow. Pretty awful, actually. It took a long time to get here. So, I guess this side of the lake is more like there's just a road. Really? I'll get back to you when there's something more interesting to look at. Kind of cool. So apparently it's not a road going all the way around. There's also a trail. So that's nice. Hello. They're so friendly. There's a beach on this side or something. Old folks. Deer Lake filming notice. How about that? What on earth are they doing? Please be advised that Louis Blue Productions are going to be assigned. Okay, how about that? Gear all set up there. This is Burnaby Mountain Studios is near here too. That's what happened last time. Okay, that was what happened when I went to Burnaby Lake. When I went to Burnaby Lake, I'm trying to run along, and all of a sudden I'm beside these studios. So Deer Lake and Burnaby Lake are close. So do you recognize this set? This is a set for something. That could be like 16th century England or something. What's this? I guess we're going out the gates. Maybe the gates will tell us where we are. Willow U gates. Willow U. Just tell us where we are. Hey.
Can you say anything?
Not much, but do you know what that says? Spidwick. Spidwick. Spidawick. Spidawick. This was a movie, right? Spidawick? Something.
Sorry?
Well, they're filming something here.
Oh yeah, Spiderwick.
Spiderwick is being filmed here now.
Yes.
Wow, and we're
yeah.
wonderful, and we're here to witness it. Will you tell us where we are? Was a joke I was making about this because it's not a willow tree. Huh, funny, isn't it? It's not a willow tree, but I call it one, and that's a joke. Huh. It's beginning to dawn on me that I'm not quite as talented as I think I am. I mean, listening to these things. I say a lot of really, really dumb things, and in a way I think sometimes it's quite bad advice too. I should go back and add and amend them or something, because yeah, I just got some just practical stuff wrong, because I did go out and I make these things, right? And oh, there's a nice one, eh? Nice shot on Metrotown over there. So Burnaby Lake, which I think that we're probably walking in the direction of Burnaby Lake right now. Okay, I'm gonna shut it off for a second. So this is kind of opening up now, I think. I think that just up ahead, if I haven't gotten it wrong, I was just talking there because I didn't know what to say. If I'm talking into the camera, people leave me alone. I've noticed that. So sometimes when I'm talking to the camera, I don't really even have anything to say. There's always something to say. I mean, to come here for the first couple of times, got a lot to think about, a lot to notice, a lot to look at. This is incredible. Really, this is incredible. So on this side of the lake, there's a bunch of guys around here that don't have like tripped out houses, right? It's just got pretty regular houses. And you look at it and you go, Jesus, man, why don't you just sell it? You could sell it for a fortune, you know it, right? And he said, yeah, and do what? Pay that amount of money to be around someplace nice in the future? Like, you know, you can't buy it, right? Especially if you can live there, you own it, right? So I bet you that's what they say. Like, yeah, you have to be crazy to leave that place, I think. But I don't know. With that much money, you could go to some pretty neat places. But I wouldn't begrudge a man his decision not to sell. That's for sure. I think it's cool. Well, it absolutely is cool. You wouldn't want it just Richie Rich the whole thing, would you? I wouldn't. Sounds like we might have a party going on up here. Oh no, that's the guys working on the movie set. There you get the sounds from the set on some movie. I just ducked around some people there. It would have been more interesting to film them, but people don't always appreciate it. And I don't blame them. So maybe I'll just let this run out now. See how much memory I've got. We're coming back around to the beach. That's the film crew. There's the beach. It's the beach with the kayaks and canoes. I think a kayak costs $22 for an hour, and everything goes up from there. It's pretty expensive. But if you don't go in a kayak very often, and you could go for an hour and it cost you $22, that's not a bad deal. It's better than never going in a kayak. I haven't been in a kayak. I'm so desperate. I'm gonna rent one from here for $22 and paddle around this little lake. It'd be great. Absolutely great. Jesus. So Metrotown is okay. Yeah, it's because we're on the other side of the lake, but the sun is right there, so there's just no way it would work. But Metrotown, it looks like Metrotown is about 5 kilometers of really, really tall buildings. And it looks like it's about 10 kilometers away. So we're just 10 kilometers away from Metrotown. That's extraordinary. It's absolutely extraordinary. I don't know if people can ever swim in here. I guess it's getting a little boring, I guess. I don't know. I find it really beautiful. But this isn't the best bit, is it? Hang on. Getting closer now. There's no bridge to get over here. You gotta walk all the way around here. Look at this. Look at how hard I work for you. Just look at the actual thing. The hill that I walk up.
Oh yeah. He'll pop up here sometimes to like roam around and stuff.
I always wish my cat was like that when I had a cat. I have another one.
I just wish I had a cat. I haven't had a cat in, good God, how many years? I imagine it'd be quite an experience. Yeah, it would be an amazing thing to have a cat, for sure. Okay, so now what? So now it looks like it goes up to a bus route again, or something. Fuck, that's a jip. I mean, you know, I'm not talking about the whole thing, but okay, let's see. I see a squirrel down here. I guess if we go around there, then we'll come down to the main beach again, but it'd be nice to see something a little more authentic. They always make you feel like an animal when you go down to the river. I like to go right down beside a creek. I don't think it's exactly the most environmentally positive thing you could do, but I just like to get right down to the water. A lot of places in Vancouver, you kind of feel criminal for that. Maybe you are. Well, everybody does it. Oh, maybe not everybody. The bad kids do it. If I seem nervous, it's because I'm checking for my belongings. I'm really, really anxious about that. Getting better now, but the thing is if you lose your stuff when you're out, you could be in quite a bit of trouble, you know. Lose your money, lose your bus pass. That can't happen, right? Just that cannot happen. So I was asking these rednecks about that, and they said, I told them, you know, I always checked everything 15 times, and they said, they said, check once, check twice. Check once, check twice. But I think there's just a level of confidence that I don't have, I guess, because I don't trust that the zipper didn't come open, or, you know, just whatever. So I got my list of non-losables, and I don't lose them. And it's probably a bit, like, the thing is that it's just the number of times that I check, right? The thing is, I guess I don't trust my own memory. And I also don't trust anything. I don't trust anything. There's not a hole in my bag or whatever. No, I don't trust everything. I check the important stuff. I check. I don't care if it is a little compulsive. What this is like going on a, you know, kind of a vacation, I guess, or a trip, like almost every day. Because if it's a place you've never been to, even if it is familiar, it's still really something, right? So, yeah, I think that this should probably be one of my better produced products. Because simply because I just gave it some thought. And then there was quite a bit of serendipity involved as well, because, I didn't know what was on the side. But of course it had to be something nice, right? This is Richie Richville, right? So there's no chance that it wouldn't be really cool. But look at this. That was somebody's house. Maybe it still is a person's house. I mean, the mansions around here are pretty extraordinary. Let's see if you can see that one across the lake there. I'll try to set the exposure to that, but yeah, maybe you spotted it, I don't know. Yeah, that guy's got a house right on the water. Right on the water. Which I don't approve of. Because I think that, I remember just for a long time thinking that you couldn't block any waterway, whether it was a river or a lake. You had to allow public access to the shore. I think that was a law in Canada at one time, or a very standard procedure. So if somebody blocks up a shoreline, the thing is that was done so many years ago, right? I guess. And they fit it in. It doesn't make any difference, because that's not the nicest piece of the lake anyway. Okay, how many, I guess I better quit this, because otherwise it won't fit on YouTube, will it?